Hello beautiful people, I am so excited to be back on YouTube. It's been a while, it's been a minute. I've posted like 1 or 2 videos in this space and that's been about it since the year I've been living here. I've really missed YouTube. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about controversial K-pop opinions. So I'm going to break this video up into 2 parts. The first half is controversial opinions I find on Reddit, and the second half will be my opinions that may or may not be controversial. Not sure, but I guess we'll find out. So let's get on into it, I suppose. So this one was interesting. It was like the first one I saw. So PTD, Permission to Dance, is better than Butter. It's fun and catchy and has way better lyrics than Butter and Dynamite. People just hate Ed Sheeran. So I think PTD is BTS's worst English song, personally. I don't think the lyrics are very good. It's catchy, and if you listen to it enough, like, I guess you can get into it. I've sort of gotten into it, but like at the end of the day, definitely not one of BTS's best songs. Butter and Dynamite are definitely better in my opinion. And they add on at the end, that being said, RM's singing is terrible. I would like to say in PTD, the auto-tune is horrendous. Like, I have never listened to a BTS song that has such terrible and excessive auto-tune. I think it was Yoongi. He started singing and I was like, who is that and what is he doing in a BTS music video? I was so confused. They really just auto-tuned the crap out of it and were like, here you go, I guess. So yeah, not my vibe. I prefer Butter for sure. So here's another BTS one. BTS's early music was cringy. So many boy groups debuting at the same time had the same concept slash sound. BAP's management screwing up and BTS's shift in sound slash image did wonders for them. I think I might agree with like a little bit of it. I don't think BTS's early music was cringy. I think it was part of their growth. I think it was like, if you watch interviews and stuff from when they first debuted, when BTS first debuted, it was like the kind of music that Namjoon and Yoongi wanted to do. And it also was a part of like their journey to who they are now. I don't think it's cringy. I still listen to a lot of it. I think it's good. I think it's definitely a different genre, but I don't think it's cringy. Although I do agree with the fact that their shift in sound and image did probably help boost them to where they are now. They became more poppy. Yeah, of course, like their shift in image and sound did do wonders for them, but I don't think where they started was cringy. Sexy concepts haven't been a thing lately because idols are debuting at 14 to 16 years old, and until we have groups debuting as adults again, sexy concepts are dead. I completely agree. As somebody who got into K-pop 7 or 8 years ago, as a teenager in high school, and everybody was like older than me, even when they were debuting, like the youngest people in the group were 16. So it gave groups a wider variety of concepts to do. They're being such young idols, and I get why they're doing it. They're doing it so they have a longevity factor. Like, the men don't have to go into the military as soon. They can build this group instead of having to take breaks or whatever. I get that. I think it's unfair to the youngest ones that this is like the really young ones, that they're forced into it at such a young age. I think that if they want to be idols, they should be trainees longer. And I also think that it's just like it can create this environment where everybody is too young to do anything. So I hope that in like the next couple of years, K-pop can hit like this realization of the amount of manufacturing that's going on isn't good for profit at the end of the day. They're losing more money because they have too many groups who are put out too soon and just end up to be failures. This one's a good one. 4th gen is starting to look like a very forgettable time in K-pop. There's too many groups and not a lot of them stand out. Most are successful will be forgotten. I was talking with my friend a couple days ago about how 3rd gen K-pop was like some of peak K-pop. 2nd gen was amazing. It had Big Bang and 2NE1 and U-Kiss. They had amazing groups with different identities. You could differentiate between them. Companies put more into their groups. They were valued more. While mistreated, companies who wanted to be successful took their groups more seriously because they didn't have 6 other groups also in their company that they're trying to make successful. So I completely agree. Like I said earlier, K-pop is way too manufactured now. Too many platforms for too many different things. It's a bit insane and I hate it. I know it's not necessary to keep up with all of your faves content, but even if you don't follow religiously, I still think there are way too many different platforms for the same thing. The fact that BTS is my alt group and the only group that I keep up with like very consistently. All the other groups I like are like here and there and like not as dedicated as I am to BTS, and it's because it's so hard to keep up with even just BTS. BTS has their own Instagram accounts, so that's seven Instagram accounts, and then the Big Hit, and then the Big Hit Entertainment, and then they have Twitters, so like 2 Twitters, and then they have Weverse, and then they have what else do they have? They have their YouTube channel, and then they have like their website, and then they have all of the new stuff that they're putting out. That's just BTS. That is just BTS. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Okay, this one I agree with, and I'll tell you why. Jungkook's solo Euphoria isn't anything special. I do disagree with that part. Neither is RM's Mono. Disagree with that part. This is the part I agree with. Serendipity is the best singular solo song by any BTS member by a long shot, not counting anything released by Suga as Augusti. I disagree. Euphoria is a great song. I love that song. Every time I hear the song, I think of Jungkook in the stadium tours or whatever, where he's flying across on his little flying thingy. Mono's great. I love the vibe of Mono. Serendipity is the best singular solo song. I have a tattoo for Singularity. If I can find a good picture, I'll put it up. That's Singularity. Serendipity. Oh my god. Serendipity. I have a tattoo of it. I love this song so much. It's probably my favorite BTS song besides like We Are Bulletproof the Eternal and Louder Than Bombs. Like, there are a lot of BTS songs that are hard to compete with. This is the only one I got tattooed on my body though. So I agree. I love it so much, and I wish they would have put it on their anthology album because it is incredible and it deserves to be in the spotlight. So yeah, that's what I think about Serendipity compared to other solo songs. Now let's get into my own opinions. Again, I don't know if these will be controversial, but let's see. Less groups with better focus, we've talked about that. Like, give me 1 or 2 groups from one company with focus and love, even if I don't like the style of music, over 5 K-pop groups that are going to die out in a year and a half and have a crap ton of scandals and just throw them to the dogs. 100%. I will support a group that is put together, less manufactured and cared about, even if I don't like the music personally, more than I support manufactured, sort of like, that's typical kind of group. Not everyone has to be the next BTS. I'm not looking for the next BTS, and I love BTS. I am looking for uniqueness and like music that I like. Not every group needs to break social boundaries and be incredibly successful in America and have the dynamic of BTS and the awards of BTS. Not every group needs that. Not like, we don't need a new BTS. We need good K-pop music. Like, there's so many things that need to be fixed before the K-pop industry should even think about finding the new BTS. Music show culture, oh my gosh, music show culture has literally gone down the drain since all of these young K-pop idols. Okay, and it's not their fault, it's the company's fault for debuting such young people. They have to leave early. I think, like, I don't know what the curfew is, but being of a certain age, you can start to stay later at music shows. If you're too young, you have to go home early. On top of that, fans are really sensitive now, and I think it's because there's a lot of young fans and middle school fans, and that's not necessarily a problem if they know how to respect idols, and I don't think a lot of people do. I think that the K-pop industry has caused too strong parasocial relationships. It's like we can't interact with other K-pop idols without there being like a whole group of people who are up in arms about it. A girl group and a boy group can't look at each other without like theories and dating rumors and like being upset that their bias is doing this with another person of the opposite gender or the same gender. Like if you watch old music show videos, everybody seems to know each other, and I'm sure that's how it is now in the industry, but they can't show it without people getting upset, and that makes me really upset. That was like one of my favorite parts of K-pop fan culture, was seeing all of these other people interact and be like, I am a fan of both of these groups and they're best friends. Like, I like that. K-pop has become, in my opinion, too much about looks and aesthetic over talent, and that's where the too manufactured part comes into. Like, they're just looking for who can draw in the most people because they like the look. I don't like that. I want good music. I don't care how you look. Fandom culture can cause fan insecurity and pressure. I felt this. I still sometimes feel this. I feel like if I don't buy every single BTS piece of merch, I'm a terrible fan and I don't love BTS. To this day, I still feel that. That's not how it works. You don't have to be like attached at the hip to K-pop, and that's something that I've struggled with since I become a K-pop fan. It's like you're all in or you don't count as a fan, and I don't like that. I think a lot of people probably have this opinion. Not everybody has the money. Yeah, and I think that's it. That is all of my opinions. That was so much fun. I am so happy that I got to record this video. I will get it edited and up as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.